Nepri.
In my opinion, students should work their all to achieve the best grade so that they can have a lot more job options in their future if they manage to go to a major school. Secondly, with all the knowledge that they learn from school, it will benefit them in their job, giving them more financial stability. Stability, yes. Moreover, this can also help students improve more on their mental health by talking in subjects that they are confident about. And last but not least, some subjects naturally include important life skills that can help students during emergency. So to me, it really isn't important that we need to include life skill in school. So to me, it's more important that students should focus more on their academic prowess for the future. But that's my opinion. What about you?
Well, thanks Nepri for your opinion. I can hear from your speech that you think the academic subjects can bring a lot of benefits, such as the degree, the financial stability, family peace, more harmony with comfortable atmosphere, and sometimes wisdom that can support our future life. However, I have a different opinions on this topic. Well, I think life skill is of course more practical and down to the earth, because when we live, when we survive, we need to live independently because parents cannot take care of all our life. We have to know how to cook, we have to know how to feed ourselves and how to cope with some emergency. And if we cannot survive, we don't have anything to eat, we don't know how to do the first aid, and we cannot survive, let alone learning or reading books. That's the first point. And another point is, I think the self-care is very important, because not only we have to take care of our own, we also have to take care of our parents, our lovers, and our friends. So that we have to learn skills, we have to know how to take care of others, we have to know how to integrate into the community, we have to know what's going on outside, without just looking at some boring books and some theories at school without knowing how to apply it into the real life. And another point I want to mention here is that the life skills can certainly give students opportunities to be experienced. I mean that if we want to be successful, we don't just need to learn the theory, but we also be wise. Being wise doesn't mean that we have to learn all the knowledge at school by heart. It means that we know what to do and what is the suitable time to do that. So we have to learn it from life, not just from schools, from books, from words. We have to experience by ourselves. And the theory is just on the books, it's just on the paper. We just learn it by heart without knowing whether that will work in our life. And if you see someone they have some bleeding, what will you do? Will you open the books to read the papers? Of course, no. You have to know what to do. You have to find the first aid kit. You have to know what should you do to help them to keep their blood stop spreading. And I think the theory is important. We have to know the knowledge, but besides, we also have to how to put it in the real practice, in the real daily life. We have to know to cherish all the knowledge, to put it into our daily life. We have to make it make sense, to make it work. And in conclusion, I want to say that the life skills are very crucial. It is a part of our life that we cannot ignore. What's more, we also have to balance it to make an ideal environment for children to comprehensively develop, not just know the knowledge, but also they have to know to cook, they have to know to take care of themselves, they have to know some very important experience of their daily life. And I suppose that should be the innovative new target of the educational system, not just for theory, not just for scores or grades, but also to the real life, to the practice, to how to apply it and how to have students in their real experience. I think that's all of our speech.
Thank
said you're the cutest friend she has. Okay, number 44, you focus on academics, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what are your highest marks in the school?
My highest mark in the school is 9 in English.
9, the highest is 10, right?
Yes.
Okay. English, and how about the other subjects?
I generally focus a lot in my subject.
So, how about the other subjects? What are your marks? All or 9?
I focus more on geology, physics, and literature.
And what's your lowest mark?
My lowest mark is mathematics with a 5.
5. Okay. So, when you feel sick,
Yes.
who takes care of you?
Sorry.
When you feel sick,
Yes.
when you are sick, who takes care of you?
Generally, my grandma always live with me because she always stay at home.
And if your grandma is not at home, what will you do if you are sick?
Well, I will have to do it myself.
So you agree now that life skills should also be taught in schools, right? Don't you have home economics and technology in your school?
My school, yes, it does.
I have, so you don't attend that.
My class doesn't involve a lot with technological.
So if you will be left alone, home alone, so nobody will take care of you if you are sick, right?
That's
You're
very
doing
fair.
it yourself, right?
That's a very fair point. I really can't argue with that.
Okay, and how about, do you love eating?
I generally don't eat anything besides fruit when I was at home.
So who cooks for you?
My mother usually prepare a meal because she also have work to do, and
If you are left alone in your home for like 7 days or 2 weeks, like that holiday, you have to stay at home alone. You're sick. Your family has to go to your relatives, right? Or you has to go to vacation without you. What will you do?
I can ask my neighbor or my friend. They know me. They won't leave a
If
sick
I am your
person
neighbor, I
alone.
will ignore you, you know. You cannot cook even noodles.
Yeah, I do it.
Ah, you can. So that's life skills.
That's I was taught by my mother. My school doesn't involve with
So
that much.
if you are going abroad, you want to
Yes.
go to UK, to US, any country around the world, what will you do? You will call your neighbor
No,
to do things for you?
I don't have a counter argument to this.
Okay, thank you. And girl, what's your highest mark in your class?
Well, frankly speaking, I'm not a very hardworking student. But when the exam comes, I usually cram for the exams the night before. Therefore, with some subjects like literature or English, I often get not just English, I often get the scores over 9. And for math and some science subjects, I get the score over 8. Sometimes I can came for a 9 to 9.5.
Okay, so you are naturally born smart, right? Like you don't have to study it, but you can nail it, correct? So you balance your time between academics and life skills. Can you cook?
Yes, I can cook some simple dishes. And I just don't cook for some very important aims just for my fun, because I regard cooking as a source of entertainment, and I love to cook for my lovers, for my family, and my dishes are usually some very innovative and new creation of me. I just invent the recipes.
So if you meet an accident somewhere somehow, what will you do?
Well,
Can you tell yourself?
I think really depends on the situation at that time. Because maybe if around there are a lot of doubts and they know how to do it, I just stand outside to look and to learn. But if there's no one like a schools and my friends need, I will use the first aid kit because at all class there will be one first aid kit for any students to use at all times. And after some very simple function, like I would try to have the blood stop spreading, and then I will help her to go to someone that they are good, they are professional in that terms.
Hey girl, you don't bring first aid kit all the time with you, right?
Yes, but just in the class we all have. I think
No,
it's
I mean, if you travel and then you met an accident, you don't have first aid kit with you, what would you do?
Well, I think that question is going to be tough because I haven't experienced it before. But if I have to answer when it comes to an accidental situation like that, I will certainly take use of all the things around that can help. Like I can use my shirt, I can use something that made from some soft materials to help her just for some emergency, and then I will call the number to call and take her to the hospitals.
Okay, find herbs, okay? There are many plants around, okay, it can help you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I would address this question to 43. Okay, just relax. Okay. So you are favoring on the life skills such as cooking and first aid. Yes. So would you agree to me that life skills are from the theory that we taught in the school?
Well, personally speaking, I think everything comes from the theories. But the way we put it into practice really works. Because if we know the theory, but we don't know how to, we just see it on the paper and we know that, we think, yes, I learned it by heart. But then when it comes to the exact situation in that, you don't know how to figure it out. You don't know how to cope with that. That's the problems. And we have to, I think the theories is the root of everything. But the way we make it become the trees, we plant it, is the most crucial point. It depends on our mindset and also our experience too. We have to experience, we have to learn much, to know much, not just on the books or at school, but outside. Everywhere, from teachers, from friends, from our hometown. Everything surrounds us.
It depends on how we apply the theory
Yeah.
to our life skills.
Life skills is about
Okay.
application.
It's an application of the theory in our real life situation.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. 42. So you are on the believing the academic subject.
Yes.
Okay. So why do you believe that academic subject should be the sole focus of the school?
To me, because
Okay, so why do you think or believe that academic subject should be the sole focus in school? We'll just give an instance or example.
So the question is that why do you think academic subject is the most important?
The most important.
to me, it's important that we focus more on academic subject because it will be the foundation for us to have us standing in society because we need a job too.
Should academic subject be applied in a real life situation? Yes or no?
You know, being a graduate is not an assurance you will have a better life in the
It
future.
will always be coupled with life skills.
Yes.
So if you don't get a job immediately, then you need to, protect yourself, take care of yourself,
in a real life situation today, academic plus life skills is the best quality to have a better future in life.
Actually, you need to balance, like her.
Yes.
She's not actually, she said she's not good at school, but she was able to, she was able to pass the exam at least 8 over 10. It's a lot, right? And how about if she focused in her academics too when doing the life skills, right? She will be excellent, correct? So you need to balance, actually.
Okay, so I have the last question for Chan. In your opinion, which life skills should be prioritized in schools and why?
Everything that you
Well, among many important skills in life, I think the paramount important one is the time managing skill. Because I think time and time waits for no man. We have to cherish the time. We have to know how to use that time to make meaningful things. And when we know how to cherish the time, we can also know how to do the good things, the bad things for our life and our family and also our community too.
That's it for speaking. Thank you very much for the amazing performance. That's it, the end. Thank you.